Shannara.
Take a look at that last consonant.
You mean Atlantis?
No, the last consonant, not the lost continent.
Oh, the things you don't have to buy on Wheel of Fortune. Okay. It's an R.
Very good. Making the title...
Shannara.
That's Shannara.
Definitely Shannara. Definitely Shannara.
Oh, right. That's Legends game based on Terry Brooks' bestseller novel, The Sword of Shannara.
Well, sort of. Actually, The Sword of Shannara is only the first of a series of novels by fantasy phenom Terry Brooks.
Shannara. Sword of Shannara, published by Ballantine, 1977. Published in 1977. 726 pages, 34 chapters. Ballantine, 726 pages.
Corey and Laurie Cole, designer of Sierra's Quest for Glory series, have created a brand new story taking place in the time frame between the first two novels in Brooks' series. You play Jak Ohmsford. That's J-A-K Jack, because if it were J-A-C-K Jack, you might just as well have been Fred or Bill or something unfantasy genre like that. So, you're Jack, son of Shea Ohmsford. Isn't it funny how all those fantasy-type things re-embrace archaic language referring to people as blah-blah, son of blah-blah-blah?
Yeah. Popeye, son of Pappy, who begat Pip-Eye, Peep-Eye, and Poop-Eye.
He didn't beget them. They were his nephews.
Oh.
Anyway, your father had vanquished the evil warlock Brona from the Four Lands during the first book. But shockaroo, Brona's back and he is rabid, crazed, amuck, totally pissed.
Who seeks me?
Are the rest of the characters the same as in the books?
Well, a couple of them. There's Allanon, the 12-step druid. Oh, God, he really does it to me. I could get lost in those eyes. And that beard, that stately...
You haven't been getting out much lately, have you?
When computer art starts to look good? I guess you're right. Oh, well. And, of course, there's Brona, the Warlock Lord. And for continuity's sake, there is mention of Menyon Lee, whose daughter Shella becomes your traveling companion and dear friend, and a member of each of the races of the Four Lands. We have Brendel the Dwarf.
That looks like a case for Pepto-Bismol, or Haley's M.O.
Definitely Haley's M.O. Definitely Haley's.
Davio the Elf. Telsec the Troll.
Trolls go! Go, trolls, go! Yay, trolls!
And finally, the not-to-be-totally trusted gnome, Geeka.
Geeka, huh? How easy was it for him in elementary school, do you think?
All gnomes have dorky names.
Oh.
Well, it seems that this Brona person has placed scary, muckraking monsters over all the Four Lands, and the only way to defeat him and return the universe to relative safety is to reforge the Sword of Shannara, which can only be restored by uniting magical and exciting artifacts from each of the races. Only then may the blade be restored and used against Brona.
So how does it play?
Well, the traditional legend interface and graphics work well with the game. The Coles have built a wonderful story and rich, believable dialogue. The tone is very true to that of Brooks' novels, and the usual stuff of which fantasy and indeed most literature is made, that struggle between good and evil, plays really well. But...
Ah, there's that but.
Where?
You said but.
So I did. But the RPG elements of the game were a little bit underdeveloped and weak, like my last boyfriend.
5 minutes till Wapner.
I mean, the elements we play RPGs for were just not totally satisfying.
Like your last boyfriend.
Right. I mean, yes, we were able to trade inventory or ask character to use such and such, but there were no real statistics, no consequences to our actions. The story is so totally linear and not generally a bad thing for adventure games, but there were no real choices to be made. And I think that hurts the playing experience.
Like dangling the proverbial carrot.
Yes, and then ripping it from our clenching jaws! Sorry. But the thing that really brought the game to its knees was the dreaded... combat interface.
No, not that.
Someone somewhere knew that there was a problem here. Right in the manual it says, and I quote, "While there is combat in the game, fighting should be avoided if at all possible." Unquote.
Perhaps it was a statement about the moral and ethical ramifications of barbaric and brutal physical conflict in society as we know it.
Perhaps it was someone hoping that no one would use the combat interface often enough to notice how totally lame it is.
But look, there are choices there. Look. Defend. Attack. Orders. Retreat.
Retreat, yeah, that's the one to choose. If you do decide to fight, and in some cases you must, the choices have no effect on the outcome of the combat. There's no possibility of death as a result of the wrong choices. So it's boring, boring, boring. These monsters kind of lean and roar at you for what seems like forever, and then you just keep your mouse pointed at the attack button and press. Give yourself a manicure, telephone a friend, and after 3 billion or so clicks, the monsters die, the story progresses, and all is well again. After 1 or 2 encounters, I wanted to scream.
So did you?
Well, no, but my Prozac supply became severely compromised. If your patience holds out through combat, though...
2 minutes till Wapner.
Or till Wapner. Shannara has a lot going for it. The puzzles are well crafted and challenging, with a few pieces of cake thrown in.
Oh, the old gag the creature with the available blindfold puzzle.
I really liked the remove the walking corpses from the city wall puzzle. See, you could die in the adventure-style format. There was tension. If only the RPG stuff had... Okay, enough about that. The dark forces are menacing. You can feel evil at every turn. That which awaits you is ominous. The designers have captured the essence of Brooks' works. You can only hope that with your forces by your side, the powers of magic, and the sword of Shannara reforged, you will emerge triumphant.
If you like that sort of thing.
Well, yes, you really must be a fan of classic fantasy to appreciate this game. So if you are, or if you want to be, just turn the other cheek to that combat interface and try Shannara.
Shannara. Definitely Shannara.